Welcome. My name's Judy, and this is Plants vs. Zombies. It's a Game of the Year edition, and this is an absolutely wonderful game. It's been out for years, but if you've never played it, I absolutely recommend you play it. I have played this game all the way through many times, and every time I get a new hard drive, I start all over from scratch and just play it through again, because I wind up stopping after I've gotten all the plants and things into my Zen garden, which we won't see a Zen garden for a while here. But anyway, yeah, this is a really awesome game. They also make versions for mobile and stuff. And anyway, this is a PC Game of the Year edition, and we're going to get into it. So I'm thinking about making a zombitar with you guys real quick, but I might do that in a minute. But let's start the actual adventure mode here and show you Plants vs. Zombies. Now, this game actually does have a good walkthrough of its own. It will teach you as you go how to play. So it starts you with just a row to defend, and then it starts you with a couple, and then it moves on to a couple rows or 3 rows or whatever. You'll see as we go. And that does give you some practice. But I am bound to have some tips and tricks after playing it a gazillion times that might help you be a better Plants vs. Zombie player, hopefully. But anyway, let's follow the instructions for now. And you always want to plant way back here, because the zombies are coming from this direction. And they will eat your plants if they get to them. And notice that it's telling me to collect sun and things. I'm not really paying attention to it. I should probably have read that to you, but just keep planting the pea shooters as you get enough sun collected to do so. The sun will keep falling, and you're just going to click on it and collect it. And then the pea shooters will kill the zombies as they try to get into your yard. If they make it all the way to the back, and this lawnmower will get them if they do make it all the way to the back, but after the lawnmower's gone, if they make it to the back again, then they come in your house and eat your brains, which is actually kind of amusing, but you try to avoid. So, we really can get by with just these 3. We don't need more at this point. This is totally plenty to kill whatever's coming. But if I get one more sun, I'll go ahead and plant another and I probably am not going to before he dies quickly. So there you go. See, he's dead. Alright, and now it opens up sunflowers, which you absolutely need lots and lots of sunflowers all the time. This is how you'll get most of your sun, besides what is falling from the sky. Alright, so they're probably going to give us a couple more rows here. Yep, there they come. Alright, so now we're defending 3 rows. Now, I always put sunflowers in the very back row, or 2 or 3, depending on how hard of a level it is. I'm going to put them in the back 2 rows, and then we're going to plant the pea shooters in front of them. And if you see a zombie coming up a row, you want to plant the pea shooter in that row first. Otherwise, you're just randomly guessing where they might come. But you want to plant all kinds of sunflowers here to keep yourself with plenty of sun, so you can grow other plants. So we'll start with these 3 and then try to get the couple other pea shooters in real quick, and then I'll plant some more sunflower. So let me save that for the next pea shooter here, because you don't want the zombies to come all the way up through here, eat your sunflower, get mowed, and then you have to fucking scramble to get them going here. Alright, come on, give me one more sun so I can plant the 3rd row. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to just keep planting some more sunflowers real quick, and then I'll plant another row of pea shooters after that. Try never to miss the sun that's falling. I mean, you get it to a point eventually in some of the levels where you have plenty, but I still always collect it. But that's, you know, if you watched any of my other walkthroughs, you know I'm a collector person anyway. So. I can't resist. I have to collect everything. But it's good to be in that habit with a lot of these video games. Alright, now we've got plenty of pea shooters probably, but I might as well just plant another row of them because we've got nothing better to do. Just in case 2 or 3 zombies come up one single row all at once. Having that extra one there will help you out. Oh, and this bar at the bottom tells you how many different waves there are. This is just one giant final wave here. That's what the flag guy was telling us. And see, I'm pretty much fine with what pea shooters are already out. But alright, and now we get our little splodies. Splodies, it's a cherry bomb. Cherry bomb, cherry bomb. Cherry bombs are useful if you get in a tight spot and you can drop it wherever and it will kill all zombies in a little surrounding area, but it does cost 150 suns, so be aware of that. And we're probably going to get the last 2 rows to defend. No, not yet. Okay. Alright, so basically the same strategy as the last time. Get you a couple rows of the sunflowers going, put you some pea shooters out. I may try to blow up the cherry bomb later in the level. Probably won't need to, but I'll do it just to show you. I mean, it's a very consistent strategy throughout the game to always just make 2 to 3 rows of sunflowers in the back, and then put all your other plants in front of them. Do it in time to kill zombies so they don't come chew on your sunflowers. And I mean, that is the basic gist of the game. Now it does obviously get more complicated as the game gets the 5 rows going and different zombie types come along. These are your very basic I'm just a zombie zombies, but there are much different zombies that come along eventually, and you will see them as we go. But the game will show you and always tell you what they do. So again, this game does have a very good walkthrough. You don't have to watch somebody play a walkthrough to really learn this game, but I will do my utmost to teach you as much as I can as I go along. Things that the game may not tell you right off, or maybe you don't like to read and see what the game has to say. Maybe you just like somebody to tell you, so there you go. But anyway, this is what we're doing. We're just collecting sun, planting plants, and I chose to put it in that one instead of that one because there was somebody already coming. And that's just it. And see, here's a conehead zombie. He takes a few more hits than the plain zombie does. So make sure you get some pea shooters up in front of him because he can and will come up here and start chewing things. And I hate hearing that noise. Chomp, chomp, chewing on my plants. So as soon as his hat gets knocked off, then he's like these guys are. He becomes a plain zombie. So you're shooting all those extra peas at him trying to get the hat off. So here comes another one. But he's already got 3 in that row, so I'm not worried about him. Let's see how many more hits he takes, and then finally the hat goes away. I could sit here and count hits, I suppose. I don't know that I would find that all that fun to do. Okay, so I'll pull a cherry bomb out here and show you. So wait until we get them onto the board, and if the pea shooters don't take them out, we can cherry bomb them. So always the flag holder comes out a little earlier than everybody. Okay, so here we go. Cherry bomb time. Boom! It killed all 3 rows. So it basically will kill in like an area like this. If I put it right here, it's killing around that area type scenario. And here is a walnut. Walnuts take forever to chew through for the zombies. So it can be a protection if you put it in the front where the zombies, so the zombies can't get behind it very quickly. So, and here comes the last 2 rows. So same strategy, we're going to put sunflowers 2 rows all the way down. And we're going to try as quickly as we can to get the pea shooters in every row. So keep in mind, we might have to have an emergency cherry bomb, or we can spend 50 instead of 100 putting a walnut in a row where we don't have a pea shooter yet. And that may be what strategy we have to go with. In fact, let's go ahead and stick one right there. And he can chew on that for a few minutes while I collect some sun so that I can actually get some plants rolling. And eventually I'll get enough sun built up so I can put a pea shooter out to get him. But that'll keep him busy. See that crunchy noise? I hate that crunchy noise. And you can tell when the walnut is about to go down because he gets all beat up and then he starts looking all sad, and it's pathetic. And I can always put a second walnut down to stop him if I haven't got a pea shooter by then, but here we go. Pea shooter time. See, that walnut is almost gone. And it's a W-A-L-L nut, by the way, not just walnut, as in the kind that peoples eat, which is funny. This game is hilarious. It is super duper cute. The noises it makes are cute. The design decisions are cute. It's a very clever, very well done game. They've come out with a couple of different games besides this one. There's like a, PvZ 2 and a couple other ones, and I've tried all the other PvZ games that I've got my hands on, and none of them are quite the same experience as this one. This one is classic. It's awesome. You should totally play it. I can't recommend it highly enough. And here comes a conehead, so I'm going to stick one in front of him so we can hopefully take him out before he gets all the way up, because one pea shooter is not really enough for a conehead. I mean, it might be, but he'd probably get all the way up to it and start nomming on it. We're in pretty good shape right now. I've got plenty of sunflowers out. I'm collecting the sun. I've got pea shooters in every row, and I'm just trying to get the double pea shooters going here. So I could put another walnut to slow this guy down, but I have plenty of sun right now. What we're doing is waiting for this to recharge. So I'm not worried about it. Get them down as soon as the pea shooters let me pick them. Ow. But if one got really close like this and wasn't about to die, I could blow him up with a cherry bomb. Or I could slap a walnut right in front of him. Now you have to be careful if you're trying to catch one and get him to stop moving forward. If you put it down right about there, he would already be past it. So you have to get him before he's, if that makes sense. You'll see later when I start really using the walnuts more. It's very unnecessary on these low levels. I mean, I could use them just for heck of it, but meh. Why teach you bad strategy? Here comes the final wave. Now I might pull a cherry bomb out for these rows over here since we don't have enough pea shooters out, but there's no cone heads over that way, so I don't see a reason to do that. See, it's already done. Boom, you're dead. Aha, the shovel. So the shovel lets you dig up plants and plant something else in its place. So if you accidentally planted something you didn't want to plant, or if you need room to put some... Ah, yes. It's Crazy What's His Face. Crazy Dave, there he is. I should read this stuff out loud, maybe. He's got a surprise for us. We gotta clear the line with the shovel. Let the digging commence. Okay. Anyway, say you don't have enough room for all your sunflowers. That's the biggest reason to use one of those. You didn't leave enough space, maybe. It's bowling time. Walnut bowling. 'Cause I'm crazy. Alright, so there are levels like this about every 5 levels. Yeah, we're on the 5th level. So plants will come across here and you have to grab them and put them down, and they'll build up in the back if you don't grab them fast enough. But if you get the row all the way full, then you can't get more plants. And he has to be hit twice. If it bounces into another one, it will knock him out. And I'm trying to let them move forward because I might get a bounce off of some of the back ones that way. You don't want to get him all the way to the mower, obviously. And you see, I got a 3-fer on that one. You have to put the walnut down behind the line. You can't put it down up here. There you go, a nice twofer. I'm gonna let him walk forward so we can bounce onto one of these guys, hopefully. We get exploding walnuts at some point during bowling, but I don't think this level has them. Just plain ones. No, it missed. Alright. And you can see down here on the progress bar how many more sets of zombies are coming. So that can tell you if you want to... There was a nice twofer. If you want to wait for them to get a little closer or not. Alright, now see? The walnuts are all built up into my row here. Aha, there's an exploding one. Okay, let's show you an exploding one. Poof! It'll get a couple of rows there. And if you've got a big cluster of zombies, like these two are clustered, that's a good time to use one of those because it'll get both of them real easy. See if we can bounce that one. Nope. And you're literally just dropping it whatever row you think is the most useful for you to drop it into here. I'm trying to get a bounce shot. Okay. We haven't started collecting coins yet, but normally they drop coins when you hit them with the walnut. Better start getting this row out here. Now the mowers will get these guys if you happen to let one slip by you, but try not to do that. And if another one slips by in the same row, then you lost the level. Love those bounce shots. Get him, get him, get him! There you go. Now see, these would be good. I could throw it in the middle here and get all three of them, but meh. Why be bothered right this second? I might do it when the big wave comes. Oops, I didn't mean to grab a blowy up one. I wasn't paying attention. I was going to use a blowy up one for these guys. Let's see, now here's the cluster I was talking about. Let's see, if I hit this middle row, I should take out most or all of those. Yeah, most. So let's take him out. Blow these guys up. Boop. Alright. Potato bombs. These are one of my favorite tools in this game because they only cost 25 cents, but it does take time for them to actually dig themselves up out of the ground. So I'll show you how to use them here. Uh-oh. And that jumper guy you saw, he can jump over things. I'll show you. So the potato mine's a good way to trip him up too. Highly useful for that as well. And he'll jump right over walnuts, so even if I put walnuts in the front row, he's going to be a problem. So we're going to have to try to plant fast here. Alright, so here's a potato mine. We're going to plant it way back here so that it has time to get itself ready. And you'll see it'll dig itself out of the ground and then start blinking red. And that means it's going to blow up on contact. But I'm probably going to use a lot of those in this level because we got all these rows to take care of. Oops, I shouldn't have planted that there. I should have left room for my flowers. I'll have to put that flower up there. Or I could dig it up, but then you're wasting sun, so not a good idea. I'll just switch the rows. I just don't like it because I'm anal retentive about how pretty my rows are. Blow up! Sput-ow achievement! We'll look at the achievements in a minute here. So I'm going to put another one there just in case I haven't gotten a pea shooter down there yet by the time those guys start in that row. That way it has plenty of time to charge up. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to let him just get blown up. So I'm not going to put a pea shooter in that row yet. Or I mean I could, but I'll let you see him get blown up. Or whatever. Doesn't matter. Oops, I meant to put a sun there. Dang it. It's interesting how distracting it is to try to concentrate on talking to people while you're doing stuff. Here, I'll put a flower now. Okay. I'm going to stick this walnut in front of him so he'll jump the walnut and then he'll slow down. because he runs fast enough that that one pea shooter wouldn't be able to get him before he got. Oops, and I missed a sun down here. Okay, collect sun faster. Okay, so they can get him now, and I might have to blow that one up because well, he'll trip over this first. It might work. Otherwise, he's gonna start chewing this plant. So we'll see. But see, he'll jump over the potato and then he'll slow down. So that probably isn't gonna get him. It might. He'll start chewing it. It might get him before he gets it. Nope. He's out. Crap, he got two of them. Alright. You're dead. That sucks. You don't want to let him chew on your flower if you can help it. Alright, now this one's got 2 potato mines, so if I don't get another pea shooter down there, those will blow somebody up. Now, if another one of those vaulting zombies comes through here, he can jump over the front one, and the second one would take him out. So we're going to put the walnut down for him now. And that'll slow down Mr. Cone Hat down here. And I can just blow these guys up because they're annoying. There we go. Alright, and I had plenty of sun, you see, to do that with. So. A lot of times you're fighting just the timers on these things. You have to keep in mind that they all run differently as far as how long it takes to recharge, and also how much sun you have, how expensive they are. But it's all stuff you just kind of learn as you go along. And here is a frozen pea shooter. So it's basically just giving you one plant at a time so you can learn them as you go. So these peas do damage, plus they freeze the guy they shoot at and slow him down. And turns them blue and stuff. It's cute. And it makes a cute noise. I like the noise the frozen peas make. But they're expensive, so keep in mind. You may not have enough sun to be putting all those guys out. But ideally, you want to put one in each row. You do not need or want to put more than one in each row because it won't slow them down anymore. So you want to use the less expensive pea shooters in combination with those. And then you're better off. So I'm going to use these on my opening row almost always now because they're cheap, and that'll let me put more sunflowers out instead of trying to save up 100 to throw a pea shooter in front of these guys. And if you put them far enough back, they have time to dig their way up and get armed like that one just did. And maybe if we're very, very lucky, another one will be charged by the time somebody else pops up. Not quite, but close enough, I think. Come on, there we go. So that should hopefully be enough time for it to charge up. Because I am trying to build up this set of rows in the back now. Whatever next row starts, I'll throw a pea shooter at. Get these sunflower rows good and solid. It took him forever to get to that thing, didn't it? Alright. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put slow pea up there and watch him. So now he's blue and he's going to walk super slow. And now what's nice about having 2 of these is that you can alternate plant them, because while one's recharging, the other one's up. So as long as you have enough sun, you can keep planting stuff. So we're going to put, oops, let him get too far. I wasn't paying attention. Here, take that guy out. I'm trying to do 1 row of peas and 1 row of frozen peas. So just keep in mind what kind of zombies are coming at you. It does give you that preview before you start the round to show you what zombies are on this level. And you can see there's 2 big flags here. So you're going to have two big waves of zombies coming through here. So you're going to try really hard to get built up before that wave hits, or you're going to be in some trouble. Okay, let's get him to jump over that. Slow him down. Second pea shooter up there. And that was nice that he chose that row because it still has a walnut most alive. Not for long, but it still has one. And please excuse the yowling of the cat in the background. I have an older kitty who likes to make yowling noises. That was an unnecessary walnut probably, but that's okay. Yeah, see the frozen pea is slowing him way down. Giving you a good chance to kill him. So like I said, don't put any more of these out. I have one in each row. It's absolutely unnecessary to waste the sun to put more of them. You can't get them any slower. It doesn't help you. So just put out regular pea shooters now. Okay, good. So that's already there for him to jump over. Very nice. And I could just actually do that. So if they come up in any row, they'll jump over. Of course, somebody will explode that one. But I'll put another walnut down in a minute or whatever. We're in pretty good shape here. And I could always pull a cherry bomb in an emergency. We got a ways to go for the next flag, huh? I'm just gonna keep planting pea shooters. There's no reason not to. It just kills them faster. Killing them faster is a good idea. I'm gonna put walnuts all the way across the front too because these guys are obviously being a pain in my butt. Here, just jump over there. The vaulty type zombies. Pole vaulter, maybe, is that what they're called? I'll have to look at the... We'll have to go out in a second and look at the almanac. I'll show you. Alright, the chances of any of them getting past this mini pea shooter is not very good, especially when we've got frozen ones that shoot them slow. So we're not going to keep planting more. I mean, we could. Just seems silly. You can see grabbing the sun is also silly at this point, but it's a habit. I just always do it. So you could just literally be lazy right now and stop. That last walnut will slow down those jumpy dudes. And if for some reason it looks like they're going to start chewing my plants, I'll just pull out one of the cherry bombs. So I think we're in pretty good shape. Nom on the walnuts! Nom on them! You can't get through here. Alright, so see how much sun I wound up having left over. Silly. Anyway. That's a chomper. I almost never use them. They're really cute. They're hilarious. It'll swallow a zombie, but then while it's chewing, it doesn't do anything. It'll chomp them, and then it starts to chew them, and then it'll swallow them. And during the chewing phase, and until the swallow is complete, it does nothing but sit there vulnerable to being chewed. But in combination with the walnut, they're pretty nice because you can put a walnut and then one of these guys, and they'll chomp around the walnut and get zombies on the other side of it. So I'll show you that in the next video because we're about to. Whoops. I meant to go to the main menu here. Give me a second. Oh, and now we get to choose plants. So I will be showing you all these this new way of working here on the next video. But see, you've got a bucket head zombie, and he's even tougher than the cone heads. The buckets take a lot of hits. So let me go to the main menu here. See if we've got the, nope, we do not yet have the what do they call it thing. There's a almanac. There's an almanac that will show you the plants you have so far and the zombies that can come out, and it will teach you about them. And you can see here's the achievements, and we already got blow a zombie up using potato mine. But I try to always fill these completely up before I finish messing with an episode of Plants vs. Zombies. So by the time we get done with this whole video series, this should be full. But I'll read through these at some other point because there's a bunch of different ones, and we don't have a lot of the stuff here yet to even attempt them. We're just trying to learn to get through adventure. And there are levels 1 through 5, and they go up to like 1-9 before it goes to 2-1, I think. Or is it? I think so. Anyway, we'll see as we go. And I might make a zombitar before we keep on with adventure at the beginning of the next video. So thanks for hanging out with me while we learn Plants vs. Zombies. And if you're interested in the videos I do, feel free to subscribe and or hit the bell, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.